Visit CCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle. Hello and welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we're looking at a Kevin Ponthieux deck from the Italian National Championship in the Master Division. So this was a deck who actually won Italian Nationals. So if I pronounce the surname wrong, I'm sorry for that. So credit for this deck list goes to Kevin. So that was his Trevenant break list. As usual, pretty much standard 4-4-3 Trevenant line with 3 Trevenant breaks. And this deck actually has 2 Wobbuffets with the Bite Barricade as tech inside. So basically, if you start second, and if you open with the Wobbuffet, you can prevent your opponent from setting up with the Shaymin, which can actually help you a lot. So also that Psychic Assault is very good attack with the single Psychic Energy. If you have Dimension Valley in play, you can hit for 10 and 10 more for each damage counter attached on your opponent's active Pokemon. So definitely can help you a lot. He only runs 2 Shaymin-EX instead of the 3. Some of the lists in the past runs actually 3 Shaymins, and he just have 2 of them. So pretty much setup. It's only here for the setup, so you can actually draw cards that have 6 in your hand. As usual for Phantump, 4 Trevenants with Forest Curse and 3 Trevenant breaks. I will not talk too much about those Trevenants and Trevenant breaks since I made a lot of different versions of this deck on my YouTube channel, so I will just say that Trevenant have that Forest Curse ability which prevents your opponent from playing item cards, and the Trevenant breaks does a Silent Fear for a single energy if you have Dimension Valley, which can put 3 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon in play. 37 trainer cards and 8 energies, which is 60 cards in total as usual. This deck also runs 1 Battle Compressor, pretty much standard in Night March decks. Some players run 3 or 4 with triple or 4 Wallies, but this version only has 1. Also, this version has 1 Eco Arm, which is definitely a very good card. Now, it helps you to shuffle 3 tool cards from your discard pile back into your deck. So basically, with the Eco Arm, you can reshuffle back those Bursting Balloons or even better, Weakness Policies. From some other cards, we have in this deck 1 Level Ball instead of 2. Some people also run double Level Ball, but there's also only 1 Level Ball, which can help you to search your deck for 1 Phantump and put it onto your bench or in your hand. Also single Super Rod, 4 copies of Trainers Mail, Ultra Ball NVI Seeker, pretty much staple. Single AZ from supporters, which can help you actually to remove Shaymin from play, but also any other damaged Pokemon. So definitely can be very good card. Single Lysandre, 2 Ns if I'm not wrong. Yes, 2 Ns and 4 Professor Sycamores for drop support, so in total 6 drop supporters. 2 copies of Wally, which can help you to evolve in your turn 1 into the Trevenant. 4 Dimension Wallies as a stadium, 3 Bursting Balloons, and 2 copies of Float Stone. 2 copies of Weakness Policy, so you can remove that weakness from your Trevenants, from those Evil Tals and Zoroarks without any problem. 3 Mystery Energies for 2 less Retreat Coast. And 5 Psychic Energies, which means 8 energies in total. So, as usual, I will play one of games with this deck so you can actually see it in the action. But also, if you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on CCGCastle.com as usual. And by typing TCG Center 5 code, you can also get 5% discount on your purchase, so definitely keep that in mind. And let's go to the game test so you can actually see this deck in the action. Alright, so welcome to the game test. So I'm starting first, because I want that coin flip. And I have good chance to item lock my opponent. But looks like that's not going to happen. So I will just promote my, I guess, I will go with my Phantump in the active. Never mind. And with the Wobbuffet on the bench, I can actually grab second Phantump with my Level Ball, and I can just use my Professor Sycamore, but I can actually drop 2 extra cards, so I saw that Mega Mewtwo on the other side. It's a very powerful card, but unfortunately for Mega Mewtwo and Mewtwo, they both have weakness on Psychics, so I have a little advantage there, to be honest. So I will discard Wally Lysandre, and I can go with actually double Weakness Policy right there and the Lysandre. I don't need Wally actually yet, so I will just grab another Level Ball for another Phantump, and after that I'm going to play Professor Sycamore. Yep, that's pretty much all that I can do right there, and I'm looking for that Dimension Wally. Maybe I can place before my opponent do, but there's a question if he even played Dimension Wally. So there's a Wally, and I can go into the Trevenant Break on my next turn. But I'm not sure if I will do that, or I will just go into double Trevenant. I need to see what I can actually get. So on his turn 1 he can actually play those item cards. He can even hit me for 50 with the Muscle Band, but that's probably not going to happen since he played that Mega Mewtwo and he actually needs Spirit Link so he can evolve into Mega. So there's a setup Shaymin for 3 cards. I mean, I can definitely go into my Trevenant Break on my next turn, but I guess I need energy to hit with the Tree Slam. I guess that's even better, because in that case I can hit for 120 and spread 20 to Hoopa and Shaymin. Or even better, I can just Lysandre my opponent Hoopa into the active spot, so it's going to be a nightmare for him to retreat him. So there's a Ultra Ball and Hoopa, so with the Hoopa he grabbed 2 more Mewtwo's, and there's Ultra Ball. Unfortunately for me, I was not able to item lock my opponent on my turn 1, so at least he's able to set up. And I guess that maybe the best option actually would be to go into Trevenant Break right here. Oh, but there's a Trainers Mail for N, so probably he's going also to play N right there, so pretty much nothing for my plan. But actually, who knows what I can draw right there, maybe even better cards. Double Phantump, Shaymin, and I guess this is either way Mystery Energy or Dimension Wally. And there's double Mewtwo Spirit Links and Shadow Shot for 30. Alright, let's see. That looks like it's a energy card. So I'm going definitely to attach one of my energies onto my Phantump just because I can, and I'm going to play my Shaymin right here for 3 extra cards before I decide to go with Trevenant Break. I can actually go with Ultra Ball for my Trevenant, and at least I can item lock my opponent, so this is definitely a huge. But will I go with Professor Sycamore? No, I will not, since I have double. Yeah, I have Super Rod and double Trevenants in my hand, so I can't afford me to actually discard both of them. So I will just go with the Tree Slam right there, and I will spread 20 damage to both Shaymins on the bench. So I actually need to knock out just a single Mewtwo EX and double Shaymins, which will actually bring me the victory right here. If he missed that Mega Mewtwo right there, he's not going to be able to one-hit me knockout. Yeah, so there's actually victory, so let's move to game number 2. Alright guys, so welcome back to game number 2. Let's see who's going to start first. So I won that coin flip, and I can go first. So there's a good chance that I can item lock my opponent on my turn 1. And if that happens, I can see him in huge problems. So there's a Trainer's Mail in my hand, which can help me to find Wally or VA Seeker. If I even can hit VA Seeker, I can do the good job. So this is a Mystery Energy. I'm going to attach it, and I'm going to play my Battle Compressor right there. So I will discard one of my AZs. Oh, first of all, I don't need Weakness Policy, so I will just discard double Weakness Policy and something like a Wally. If I can hit VA Seeker, I can item lock my opponent on turn 1, and this is definitely going to happen. There's no need to play Bursting Balloon this turn because he can't attack me yet. And I guess I'm okay for now. I don't even need to play my Shaymin right there. I will just pass, and the next turn I will evolve into my Trevenant. After that I will play my Bursting Balloon to my active Trevenant and go with my Shaymin-EX for some extra setup. And after that I will see what I can get. So there's a energy onto the Entei which says Burning Roar. Discard the top 4 cards of your deck. If any of those cards are fire energy cards, you can attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. So there's also Skyla. I would assume maybe for Professor Sycamore if he don't have any of his... oh, for the Lysandre. Alright, so he's going to Lysandre me next turn so he can get rid of the item lock next turn, but probably that's not going to happen. There's a Trevenant number 2 and a Bursting Balloon and Shaymin. So I'm looking right now for something like a N so I can discard that Lysandre from my opponent's hand. But looks like this is not going to happen. There is one more energy card. And I'm going to play one more time Ultra Ball. Maybe I can hit with another Shaymin if I have it in my deck. Something like N. So I can actually end him and remove that Lysandre from his hand. That would pretty much bring me very good chance to win this game. So there's a Trainers Mail. Nope, I was not able to find it. But I have that Wally in my hand, and actually I can go into my Trevenant Break. So Trevenant Break. And I can go with one more Level Ball, so I'm full setup right there. I couldn't get better hand than this. And I will just hit with the Tree Slam. So 60 to the Entei and 20 to that Cyndaquil on the bench. So if you decide to attack me next turn, he will definitely knock him out. He will definitely knock himself out, but since he has that Lysandre in his hand, he can just easily Lysandre either way my Phantump or my Shaymin. But he can actually get knockout over that Shaymin with that Combat Blaze because he can hit for 120. And that's going to happen. But I guess it's not a big deal. He's able to draw 2 prizes, but after that, that's pretty much all that he can do. I can just play my AZ and remove my other Shaymin from play. That one Phantom was definitely overkill for myself. I shouldn't put it down, because right now he can hit for 120 with that Entei, but never mind. So, Combat Blaze. And there's a knockout. So I will just promote my another Trevenant in the active. Another Dimension Valley. But I guess I'm okay right now. I will just try to find with Professor Sycamore actually another Bursting Balloon after this knockout. So I can also attach some energy to another Trevenant just to be sure that I can attack on my next turn. And there is also Sycamore and Dimension Valley for Trevenant Break. I decide to keep N just because if he somehow managed to knock out my Shaymin next turn, then I can actually end him down to 2 cards, which is definitely good. So I was able to knock out that Entei, and I can draw 1 extra prize, and there we go with the Q-Lava. Maybe there will be something like a Typhlosion. I'm not sure how many HP he have, 130 or 40, something like that. Oh, so he just passes the turn, and that's pretty much a GG. So let's try to play one more game, and after that we can get final conclusion for this deck. Alright guys, so welcome back to the third and final game of this Italian National Championship winning deck from the Nationals. So I'm starting first in the game number 3, my opening hand, not a single Phantump or any kind of the basic Pokemon. I actually got 4 different supporter cards, very interesting. Alright, so let's see another one. This looks a little bit better. So I'm starting with my Phantump. And I have very good chance to hit Wally right here. So, oh, it's a Golett on the other side. Very interesting. There's a Level Ball for a Phantump. So Phantump number 2 will just hit the ground. After that, I'm going to play my Ultra Ball for for one of my Wobbuffets, so I can have him in the play right there. I will also play that Bursting Balloon, and I will go with my Shaymin before I go with the Trainers Mail, because there's a bigger chance that I can hit Wally after I set up my Shaymin. So there's a first Trainers Mail, no sign of the Wally, and another Trainers Mail for Dimension Wally. So I guess I can grab that. And I still have one more Shaymin for 3 extra cards, so there can be 3 more cards and a chance to hit that Wally. Okay, so no sign of Wally, and I guess I will just go with my V-Seeker for N. I don't want to waste those resources like Bursting Balloon and Trevenant BREAK, but also that Eco Arm can be very useful card. 1 energy to my Phantump, and I will just pass my turn. So next turn I can evolve into my Trevenant and I can start to use my Tree Slam with it, which will not be enough for the knockout over that Golett because it's weak on the darkness. So if he decides to attack me, he's just going to take 6 damage counters back, and in that situation I can easily knock him out. So let's see what he's going to do. Alright, so there's a Trainer's Mail. Probably he's going to pass. I would assume that he's going to pass because it's not worth for him to take 6 damage counters back with that Bursting Balloon, because in that situation I can just evolve and knock him out. So I guess that's probably not going to happen. But then again, I have my Lysandre in hand ready, so I can even respond with Lysandre his Golett on the bench. I will definitely see what I will do. Depends on the top deck, actually. So if I can hit... I'm looking for that Wally definitely, so I can go into my Trevenant BREAK. So there's also Puzzle of Time, and looks like if there's a double puzzle... Oh no, there's just a single Puzzle of Time. So he played a single puzzle, and will he attack me? No, so he just decided to pass. Alright, so double Trevenant, double trouble, I should call that. Just hits the ground, and I will Lysandre him. I don't know why, but I think it's better to Lysandre the one without energy cards. I just don't want to take any damage onto my active Trevenant because I just lost too many resources. I already have 2 energies attached on him. And there's that Golrook who can actually hit for 80 plus 40 more. If you do that, you need to does 20 damage to yourself. So there's a Birch for 4 cards, and there is actually Golrook number 2. I like the art. Art looks just amazing. So basically, if I decide to attack with my Trevenant BREAK in this situation, I will not be able to do any damage to those Golrooks on the bench. So I just need to use my Tree Slam right there. I can actually find one of my Trevenant BREAKs, and I don't know why I didn't do that. Because in that situation he is not going to be able to knock me out. Totally forgot about that. But never mind. I still have that Wobbuffet who can actually do some serious damage to my opponent. But again, it's not going to be even close for the knockout. So there's a Lysandre for that Shaymin-EX, so he can actually buy some time by playing item cards. And he just decided to pass his turn. I'm just not going to risk for that Float Stone, or... Well, I can actually take a risk right there for that Float Stone, why not? Let's go with Ultra Ball for another Wobbuffet or Phantump. Oh, I will grab actually Trevenant BREAK right here. And I hope I can top deck Float Stone, because if I don't top deck Float Stone, I'm in trouble. No sign of the Float Stone. Anyway, I shouldn't do that. I should just go with the energy attachment, but never mind. Alright, so I'm going to pass. At least right now he can play item cards. It it's going to be a little bit more interesting. So there's the pedal compressor. At least we can see that Golruk in a little bit more action. So let's see. Oh, so he just decided to give us a victory, never mind. Actually, playing online is very difficult and very hard to record a normal match, especially with the Trevenant break, because a lot of people just will quit when you play on your turn 1 when you item lock him. So that was actually the only 3 normal games that I was able to record with this deck. But actually the deck list is the most important thing right here, so to show you how the national championship winning deck from the Italian Master Division looks like. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more fishy videos. Till the next time, have a nice day, see you in the next video, and goodbye.